Good morning, Colts Nation. Welcome back to another short, fun recap video from us over at NoHorsingAround. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Burton. And today I just wanted to kind of do a quick little video for you guys about all these damn quarterback questions, man. I mean, we're sitting here. I mean, I'm rocking it. I've got my lovely, my Wentz jersey on because I am 100% Carson Wentz. He's my quarterback. He's my QB1. He's going to be back. So let's start with that first. So obviously, Wentz had his surgery a couple of days ago, and Wright came out and said in an interview with Pat McAfee that it was the best case scenario. So it seems to have been that the best case scenario took place in the surgery. Surgery went well. The time frame was obviously 5 to 12 weeks. What he told Pat was that the reason for that time frame, for those who don't know, is that there's something inside the foot that they cannot tell until they are inside the foot. And if that is an issue, once they're in there, that's when you go on the back end, that 10 to 12, 9 to 12 weeks. If you get in there and you don't see that issue, then it's on the shorter end, that 5 to 7, somewhere around there. From what I can decipher from the video and from the interview and from all the press availability for Coach Wright, is that they did not find that issue. So he is sitting on the front end. So in my opinion, they are now expecting Carson to be back probably closer to 5 to 7 weeks. So you're looking at, there's a very real possibility if things break correctly, he is still starting week 1. So all of this minutia and all this crap of who do you trade for and what do you do doesn't matter if that's the case. And truthfully, doesn't matter if he misses 7 weeks because you're only missing the first couple of weeks. I feel like that's doable. You don't make one of these big trades. But I wanted to jump on here because I'm really over and kind of tired of all the talk about what the Colts are going to do in regards to the quarterback questions. You've got all these people who are out here floating around saying they need to do this. You got Colin Cowherd saying trade for Nick Foles. You got Mike Tannenbaum, 2 times fired GM in the NFL, saying trade for Nick Foles. All these different stuff. So I kind of wanted to go through and give my opinion. So, I mean, let's start. Let's start in this little video that we're going to do. Let's start with who I think everyone's talking about the most. And that's obviously – that's our boy, Nick Foles. Dude, they're not going to trade for Nick Foles, man. They are not going to trade for Nick Foles. They believe in Carson. Carson is the quarterback not only for this year, but for the next 4 years. And you wouldn't put him in this situation. Also, dude, Nick Foles has not been good. By far, the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life is this press conference that he did the other day where he was literally making his case while he is currently on a team to go play for another team. They're not going to do it, you guys. Let it go. Colin Cowherd, stop flapping your gums. Yes, he's probably the best backup quarterback in the history of the NFL, but he's not been good lately. Mike Tannenbaum, sit down, shut up, okay? I'm tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear it at all anymore. Dan Orlovsky yesterday had one of the best things I've ever seen when they brought this up. He said, don't make the trade. There's no need to. You're going to give up capital, obviously like we were talking about earlier, to bring in a quarterback that you're only going to need maybe for 2 to 4 weeks at most. At most, you're going to need them that long. So why would you even do that capital? And then on top of that, they don't have a good relationship. I don't care what Carson says. Carson has said that they're buddy-buddy. They are not. You can't be. When your backup quarterback comes in, wins a Super Bowl, and gets a statue built outside your previous team's stadium, it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. So sit down, shut up. The best thing I heard Dan Orlovsky say was Mike Tannenbaum used the example of when he was the GM in Miami. Tannehill went down with an injury, and they went out and they got Jay Cutler. Okay, Dan Orlovsky did a fantastic job of just ripping that argument to shreds. 1, Tannehill went down with a torn ACL, was out for the year. They knew they had to find a quarterback, so they went and got Jay Cutler. 2, Jay Cutler didn't save their season. They went 6-10, and Tannenbaum got fired the following year. So sit down and shut up with this whole nonsense of bringing in Nick Foles. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, you guys. So just leave it be. Colts fans, chill. It's not going to happen. They're not going to bring in Nick Foles. It's just, it's infuriating is what it is. I mean, and so as we go through this, like the next one that you hear a lot about is obviously Gardner Minshew. Yet again, you're going to have to trade 5th, 6th round pick, give up capital for this guy. No one knows how good he is. Everyone, you got these ESPN reporters saying, He could win more games with the Colts than a healthy Carson Wentz. Stop it. Stop it. No. No. Don't say stuff like that. That's stupid. It makes you look like you shouldn't be being paid by ESPN. They're not going to make that trade. There's no way the Jaguars make that trade either. You're talking about inside division. Yes, they have Trevor Lawrence, but they're just like the Colts in the fact that they want to have a reliable backup behind Trevor Lawrence just in case. Just in case. So they're not going to make that trade either. So, no, Gardner Minshew is not coming to town. He's not coming to Indy. So you just kind of got to let that one be. And it's just frustrating because you get all these quarterbacks that are linked. And some of them, they're not even available, you guys. They are not even available. And the last one that you hear about all the time is Marcus Mariota. And I'm sorry, y'all. We know firsthand as Colts fans, as Colts Nation, that Marcus Mariota can't cut the mustard. He can't do what he needs to do to win in the NFL. You talk about Carson with his injury proneness, let's say. Marcus is worse. I live in Tennessee. Y'all know I live in Tennessee. I've seen firsthand. The dude is a great guy. He's a great character guy. They loved him in Tennessee. They love him out in Vegas. Dude gets hurt, and we've seen firsthand that he can't hit the broadside of a barn with a runaway train sometimes. So you just got to let that be, man. He's not the answer. He's not coming here. They're not going to – and the Raiders are going to ask for even more for him. They're going to ask for even more than any other quarterback, than Foles, than Minshew. They're going to ask for more because they think that he's a very viable backup. He came into a game last year for the Raiders and played really well. So, let it go, man. National media, just let it go. Leave us be, man. Yes, we've been hit by injury bugs, and now every quarterback in the sun is now linked to the Colts. But you guys, the thing is, look at his injury time frame, 5 to 12 weeks. That's the only reason all this crap comes up. It's the only reason why that we're even discussing these ideas, why us content creators are having to come out here and discuss this crap with you guys too, is because the 12 week. Oh, well, what if he misses 12 weeks? If he misses 12 weeks, you're looking at first 6 or 7 games of the season. It's a 17-game season, so you still have over half the season left, 10 to 11 games left. Why would you make a trade for a quarterback that you may not even need? Worst case, 6 games. Best case, he's back by opening day. My idea is I think he misses the first 2 games. We've talked about that on the show before. But let's say he manages to come back. Because here's the thing, it's a pain threshold issue is what it's going to come up to. You can get back in 5 to 6 weeks, but you might be uncomfortable. And I think Carson's going to play uncomfortable. I do think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to be uncomfortable for a little bit. It's just how it is. So, why would you make one of these big trades, give up draft capital, give up more money, make your starting quarterback, who is potentially going to become the face of your franchise, uncomfortable by bringing in a Nick Foles, who is not that good, has not looked great. He couldn't beat out Gardner Minshew. He couldn't beat out Mitchell Trubisky. So why on earth would you bring him to Indy thinking anything else is going to happen? Colts fans saw firsthand a few years ago. We kicked his ass when he was in Jacksonville. So why would you do it? So nix that one. Nix Gardner Minshew. Nix Marcus Mariota. We ride with Eason. That's where we're at. So we're going to talk about it a lot on the show over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we're going to talk about how Eason looks. How's he progressing? Is he getting better? Because they're rolling with Eason. Whether you like it or not, they are rolling with Eason at least for the next couple of weeks until we get a better time frame on Carson. So don't look for these big trades. And I've said it before. Dan Orlovsky said it. RELAX. Relax, you guys. Just relax. Yes, as Colts fans, it has been a really, really bad couple of days. Carson goes down, Quentin goes down. My buddy Zach, my co-host, one of my best friends, he dropped a little short one for you guys the other day about Quentin. If you haven't heard that, go back, listen to that. But just relax, you guys. We're 1 week into training camp. We're 6 weeks away from the season. to not get off the subject of this one, but Big Q already came out and said he's like, I got 6 weeks to get myself primed and ready to stomp. So I mean, he's ready to go, and Carson is too, I feel. So just relax. Don't listen to the national pundits. Don't listen to Mike Tannenbaum. Dude's got fired more times than he's been hired, and he sucks as a GM. And Dan Orlovsky very politely pointed that out, which that's why I love Dan. So just, okay, just breathe. It'll be fine, okay? We love you guys too. Thank you guys for tuning into this one. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're looking at the ticker down below. Subscribe to the channel. Listen to us everywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We love YouTube. We're going to be doing our live video next week. Make sure you stay tuned because on that one, we're actually giving away those tickets to the Panthers-Colts game in the preseason. So I got nothing else to say. My rant is done. I love you. I'm out.